Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shrine Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shrine Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
That'd be a walk-off home run. We'll be getting underway. This is it. They have to score here. Here's a shot to the right side.
Game 4 today, Game 16 of the AAC Softball Championships in Kingsport, Tennessee. We have a number 1 seeded Reinhardt, who will be the visitor in this game. And we have number 6 seeded Tennessee Wesleyan, who eliminated number 2 seeded Bryan College earlier today. This is another elimination game. What do you think we can see? As this morning we saw Reinhardt get the win against CIU 13-9, and then we saw Tennessee Wesleyan shut down a high-powered offense with Bryan, 10 hits to 2 hits, 5-1 final score, Jeff.
In Reinhardt's game this morning, they were able to rest the pitcher of the year, Ansley Pettit. She didn't pitch in that game, so we're going to see her in the circle tonight. And just a tough pitcher, and Reinhardt hits the ball really well. And a 1 versus 6 matchup, most people would give Reinhardt the edge, but Tennessee Wesleyan, man, they're gritty. They've been playing well, and they're going to look to pull another upset and knock off the number 1 seed.
Now, Aaron Lee is leading off. You'll have Bailey Phillips in the circle again. Bailey Phillips, I mean, the game she had earlier today is another part of the reason why we're seeing Tennessee Wesleyan still going. In the circle, pitch complete game, struck out 6 batters, only gave up 2 hits, only gave up 1 run, not even an earned run. And then at the plate, 3 for 4, had that home run.
Yeah, in that game earlier today, she had a perfect game going, and no hitter shutout, perfect game, all sort of washed away in the same inning. But Bailey Phillips tossed a gem this morning to put her team in this position, and it was win or go home for both these teams, and here they are.
Now the winner of this game, as that's popped up right to Bailey Phillips, winner of this game will play at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. They're going to play Bernal. Bernal did lose to Johnson. Johnson will be playing in the championship game. And then after that, whoever wins that game in the morning, they're playing next after that.
Yeah, Johnson already in that championship series starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. and just have to wait and see who they play. And but to get there, to try to claim this championship trophy, you got to win this game. So win or go home on full display here on a beautiful evening in Kingsport, Tennessee.
As now we have Maddie Wright at the plate. And earlier, Reinhardt's offense really just came together. You know, we saw a game that was combined with 32 hits.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable the amount of hits in that game. And Reinhardt able to get the victory. And, man, if you're Reinhardt, you hope that you can hit Phillips, like you did this morning. But, so far they're 0 for 2 as Maddie Wright goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down for Reinhardt here in the top of the first.
Absolutely. So 2 outs on the board. Now Taylor Wade, center fielder. She is up to the plate. Taylor Wade in the last game this morning, as that is going to be hit into left field. She was 2 for 3, but with a 3 up, 3 down type of inning, Tennessee Wesleyan is going to see what their offense is going to look like going into the bottom of the first, as they are the home team. We will take us a quick break here on Southeast Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning action. Tennessee Wesleyan up to the plate. Macy Chastain will be leading off 3 for 4 earlier today against Bryan. 2 runs scored. What did you see from her that helped her impact against Bryan?
Well, great vision, great back control, great speed, and that's just your typical leadoff hitter in this league. Macy Chastain finds a way to get on base, and when she does, he can get this Tennessee Wesleyan offense rolling.
Now, another question I do want to add into that. They're seeing a different kind of pitcher with Ansley Pettit. This is the pitcher of the year. This is a very big test for them. What do you think that Tennessee Wesleyan can do to overcome the great pitching of Ansley Pettit?
I think they got to be patient. I think they got to see some pitches. We saw her get a little bit rattled last night, had to be taken out of a game. And, the more pitches they can see, the more chances they have to hit the ball, put it in play. And, very tough task, Pettit, a very tough pitcher. But we saw last night that she is hittable.
Absolutely. So now, Freegee, with that throw out to first, when she grounds it, she's going to throw him out every single time. That is the first out of the inning. She just holds down third base.
Yeah, great pick at third by Freegee. Had maybe one little double pump in there before she threw it to first, and I thought it was going to be enough for Chastain to beat it out. Bang, bang play, but Chastain goes down for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning.
First pitch called strike. That would be an 0-1 count. So with this game, reminder for fans that are tuning in just now, season is on the line. Reinhardt is in the baby blues. And Tennessee Wesleyan is wearing those grays with the Royals on them. That pitch is a bit high, called for a ball, 1-2 count. Last time these two teams faced off was March 26th. Game 1 was a 3-2 loss. Game 2 was an 8-7 win. And so umpire says she went. She will strike out swinging. That will be out number 2.
For Pettit, her first strikeout of the day. Retires Sneed on a check swing for out number 2.
Now you have Bailey Phillips up to the plate. Pitcher versus pitcher. Outside pitch, that's going to be called for a ball. 1-0 count.
Yeah, good eye by Phillips there. Watching the first pitch miss on the outside part of the plate. You got to be careful if you're Pettit. Phillips has the ability to leave the yard. As that one left the yard, but foul. Ripped down the third base line by Bailey Phillips.
Absolutely. That was an instant reaction just now. One count, 2 outs on the board. And Reinhardt absolutely did see that game. We saw some of the players watching that, obviously knowing who they're going to play next, as that is going to be hit into right field. That is going to be a 3-up, 3-down type of inning for the defense for Reinhardt. So with that, we're going to go into the top of the second, and we're going to see our AAC Player of the Year, Ansley Height, who will be leading off here in Brickyard Park. We'll take us a quick break on Southeast Sports Network. All right, Ansley Height leads off. Bailey Phillips back in the circle, top of the second. Ansley Height in the last game against CIU, 3 for 3, one run scored, 3 RBIs.
And just a fantastic hitter. Hits for power. And just a dominant year this year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Awards her the title Player of the Year, like you said, Deshaun, first team All-Conference. We've seen her this week hit a couple of big fly home runs as well.
And just getting on base with those great base hits. I mean, multi-hit game is now that is going to drop in that right side. That is the first hit for Reinhardt. And who better than Ansley Height?
Yeah, leadoff single for Height puts her on board. Nobody out. Brings Maggie English to the plate now for the Eagles.
Number 33, Maggie English.
Now Maggie English up to the plate, first at bat of the day. And she's going to try to make her way to first. That will advance a runner over, so sack bunt.
Yeah, puts Height in scoring position out at second. One out now in the top of the second inning with Kylie Freegee coming to the plate.
Kylie Freegee, first at bat of the day. She did get a hit in last game. So that is going to be popped up right in the foul territory. Catcher will get that in the foul territory. 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, first pitch swinging, pop back to the catcher. Great job by Courtney Wilson behind the plate for Tennessee Wesleyan to catch that one right up against the backstop for out number 2. That's a tough play.
Now Molly Stevens makes her way to the plate, first at bat. First pitch a bit high and outside. That will be called for a ball, 1-0 count.
Molly Stevens, another player, had a great year, awarded first team all-conference honors.
That ball hit into foul territory. 1-1 count.
2 outs on the board. Ansley Height at second. She'll be moving on contact, trying to get a run across for Reinhardt here in the top of the second inning.
Now Phillips takes this next pitch. That will be grounded at third. Throwing all the way to first. 5-3 put out. That ends off this inning. We are going into the bottom of the second. Leaves a runner stranded on second. Tennessee Wesleyan continuing to be as solid as possible in the defensive end. We will see if the Bulldogs can get something going as Baldwin will be leading off. But we'll take us a quick break here on Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Ansley Pettit steps back into the circle. Mackenzie Baldwin will lead off at bat. Ansley Pettit, 1 inning of work, 1 batter struck out, 11 total pitches. That is going to be hitting the foul territory. Freegee tried to get that out.
Yeah, good hustle by Freegee over at third, just not able to get to the foul ball by Baldwin. Baldwin trying to get herself on here in the bottom of the second inning.
That was the first pitch swing. She'll hold the bat on that one. That will be a high pitch in the zone. 1-1 count. Now Pettit looking to take this next pitch. Get some contact. That is going to be popped right to Freegee. First out of the inning.
Yeah, easy out for Frigi over at third. We've seen her handle much more difficult batted balls hit her way. Disposes of Baldwin for out number 1. That'll bring up Taylor Penning to the plate.
Taylor Penning, 1 for 4 in the last game, 1 RBI. First pitch called strike, 0-1. And with Pettit in that circle, you're getting a lot of speed coming in.
Yeah, she's anywhere 65 to 67 miles an hour on her fastball, maybe a tad higher.
Frigi grounds that out as well. That is going to be thrown to first, another 5-3 put out.
Frigi flashing the leather here in the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 33, Tatum Massengale.
Has a hand in both outs here thus far. Caught the line drive, hard ground ball thrown over to first. Retired Baldwin and Penning in order.
So that was foul, hitting the foul territory. Tatum Massengale went 1 for 2 in the last game. And this time, that is going to be hit right over. But hold on.
Ground rule double.
Yep.
Took one bounce, hit directly over the left fielder's head. One bounce over the Visit Kingsport sign. So 2 out, ground rule double puts Massengale aboard.
The second baseman, number 20, Kaylee
Massengale
Bradley.
now on second, 2 outs. Bradley up to the plate.
Yeah, once again, a situation, 2 outs, a runner at second. You want to see Massengale moving on contact, trying to score a run for Tennessee Wesleyan here in the home half of the second inning.
Next pitch was called a strike. Now 1-1 count. Bradley in that last game, she went 1 for 3, had an RBI.
Fouls this one off out of play, trying to get something going down that right field line. Goes over the first base dugout. Will be retrieved by one of our many fans that's come out to Brickyard Ballpark this week to watch this tournament.
So now she'll get contact on that. That does go into right field. Leaves a runner stranded on second. So now we go to the top of the third. Reinhardt gets another opportunity at bat. We will see what will happen for the Eagles as we are left 0-0, top of the third here on Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee. To the top of the third, Shalon Ojui. First pitch was thrown by Bailey Phillips. Bailey Phillips back in the circle, 2 innings of work. 1 batter struck out, 17 total pitches. First pitch was called a strike.
Yeah, 18 pitches now for Phillips. Very efficient start to this game for her. Already pitched 1 complete game today. Only had to deal with 8 Reinhardt batters through 2 innings.
As now, that is going to be hit right into left field. Tried to get the hustle catch, but that's just a great hard hit ball. I want to say that's great effort by Chastain.
Yeah, Macy Chastain putting her body on the line out in left field, just couldn't come up with a diving catch. You can see why She's second team all conference. Great hustle out in the left field, but a single for Oshaway puts a leadoff runner aboard for Reinhardt here in the top of the third inning.
2 hits on the day for the Eagles. Now you have a pinch runner who will be coming in.
Addison Garris on to run for Oshaway.
First base, number 6, Addison Garris.
We've seen Reinhardt like to take some chances on the bases. Nobody out. I don't think we'll see Garris try a straight steal. That first attempt looked like Ashley Young, the new batter, may try to bunt her over into scoring position.
First pitch was called a strike. So it's Ashley Young up to the plate. It's our first at bat. Young is in the right field today.
Made a nice catch out there to end the inning.
Also hitting the foul territory. That'll bring it to a 1-2 count.
Young not being able to execute the bunt. More than likely will swing away.
Next pitch, a little bit outside of that zone. That will be called for a ball. 2-2 count.
Great eye by Young with 2 strikes. Watching that one go by, that was close to a backwards K. Just missed the zone for Bailey Phillips.
Still no outs on the board. Garris on first. Phillips takes the pitch. And that will be strikeout number 2 for Bailey Phillips. Retiring another batter, swinging on that.
Aaron Lee.
Yeah, just a great pitch. Great approach to that at bat for Phillips in the circle. Gets an out. Oh, Garris on to run for Oshaway, still at first base.
Aaron Lee last game, 2 for 3 at bat, 4 runs scored, 2 walks.
I'm telling you, and I said it earlier today, when she gets on first, she wants to touch them all.
I mean, that's how you fill up a stat sheet.
Yeah, and she's got the speed and athleticism to do it.
Literally, anytime you saw her rounding those bases, you knew she was rounding to come home, scoring those 4 runs. As that will be grounded right to second. Throw out to first. Great ground out from Bradley. Throwing to Massengale. 4-3 put out.
And to just show you what kind of speed Aaron Lee has, she almost beat that out.
I mean,
a routine ground ball to second and a bang play at first to retire Aaron Lee.
And if I'm not mistaken for Maddie Wright has been batting left-handed, and now is going to be batting right-handed.
Well, had a little bunt and run on. Showed bunt. It was a great move right there. They had her bat from the right-hand side for 1 pitch. She showed bunt to allow Garris to steal third. And the advantage of her doing that in the right-hand batter's box instead of the left is it makes the throw from the catcher down to third a little more difficult as she had to deal with Wright in the right-hand batter's box.
Outside pitch call for a ball. Brings to a 2-0 count.
Now she switches back over to the left side, trying to drive in Garris.
I honestly think that was a great move to do that. I haven't seen that before. That was pretty good.
Next level thinking right there from Coach Wright and Reinhardt.
Absolutely. So that is going to be hitting the foul territory right on the press box.
And that's a tough, she's showing bunt, so the third baseman has to charge. The shortstop has to roll over to take the throw. A very difficult play anyway. And with Wright switching over to the right-hand side made it even more difficult.
Pitch a bit high, 3-1 count. 2 outs on the board. Runner in scoring position at third, Garris. It's Phillips. She'll get the signal. She'll get ready to take this next pitch. Wright makes her way to first. That is going to be the first walk for Bailey Phillips.
She taking advantage of the situation. She just goes on to second.
That's smart.
Heady base running by Maddie Wright.
Reinhardt at the moment pulling out all the stunts in this game.
When she rounds first, she has to stay at first unless she keeps in motion towards second. And she took off going to second. Nobody covers, and she takes it without a throw.
That pitch is also called a ball.
The center fielder, number 18, Taylor
Now you
Wade.
turn it over to Taylor Wade with two runners in scoring position. Wright at second, Garris at third. 2 outs, runners will be moving on contact. And if Wade can muster a hit, she'll have 2 RBI.
Taylor Wade's last at bat, she did fly out to left field.
Wade, another one of these hitters in this league, and we've talked about it all week. Great barrel control through the zone. Spray the ball to any part of the field. Just a tough out. Batting in the 3-hole for Reinhardt.
As Wade hits that into the left field, that will be the 3rd out. So Tennessee Wesleyan will escape this inning, having a runner stranded,
Headed to the bottom of the 3rd.
not allowing any runs. We are still scoreless going to the bottom of the 3rd here on Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee. Bottom of the 3rd inning action. Avery Hope will be leading off. Ansley Pettit returns to the circle. 2 innings of work. 21 total pitches. 1 batter struck out.
For Tennessee Wesleyan, the designated player.
Sun gazing over Brickyard Field.
Yeah, just a beautiful afternoon. Early evening for softball between 2 great teams here in the AAC Conference softball tournament.
A lot of pride in both dugouts so far, understanding what is at stake in this game.
Yeah, it's win or go home for these 2 teams. And, we've seen elimination games, all week long, Deshaun, and nobody wants to go home. Nobody's ready yet.
Oh, no, the way every team and how they've played in these elimination games, truthfully, it's been some great softball. It's been my favorite thing about this week is just watching all of these teams, especially in elimination games, because we've seen a lot of different storylines, a lot of different drama that makes it. Ansley Pettit will strike out a batter leading off in his inning. That is strikeout number 2.
Backwards cave for Pettit.
Now batting.
Painted that one on the outside corner
Carlin
to
Adamanu.
retire the designated player, Avery Hope from Tennessee Wesleyan. Just a pretty pitch sequence, well executed by the pitcher of the year, Ansley Pettit.
Now she'll take this first pitch. That is first called strike. Outside corner, really stretching out that strike zone.
Yeah, Pettit so good at doing that, keeping it off the middle of the plate.
So now that's going to roll down that first near that first base line.
Great job by Oshaway at first.
That's a great eye.
To let that one roll foul, because Adamanu was going to beat that one out. And
Oh, yeah, the speed she has.
that was great bunt placement. Just trickled foul.
And with that, that is going to be second strikeout of this inning, strikeout number 3, swinging strike. Back at the top of the lineup, 2 outs on the board.
The left fielder, number 3.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts for Pettit through 2 2/3 innings, just to starting to overpower some of these hitters.
First pitch called strike right on that inside corner. Macy Chastain so far 0 for 1 on the day. 5-3 put out was her last at bat. Pettit now with the next pitch. One hit in the foul territory. Ansley Pettit ahead in the count, 0-2.
You know, most of these batters, Pettit starts them off inside, then works away. It's the same approach she's having with the leadoff hitter, Macy Chastain, here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Ansley Pettit, 3 up, 3 down. All batters struck out in this inning. We will now go into the top of the 4th, where Reinhardt's offense has a chance to get some hits, string along some runs, and drive them in. And we will see exactly what will happen after this quick break here with Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee. Top of the 4th inning action. Ansley Height will be leading off this inning. 1 for 1 on the day so far. Her last at bat was a single through the right side. That first pitch is called a strike.
Pretty pitch from Phillips. Painted the outside corner right at the knees of Height. She watches it go by for strike 1.
It's Phillips. She'll take this next pitch. A little bit low and outside of that strike zone.
Yeah, tried to make Height think it was coming back to that same spot. A little further outside, a little lower. Evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now Phillips takes this next pitch. Get some contact on it. That goes into foul territory. 1-2 count.
Ansley Height's the type of hitter. Obviously, she can hit for power. She can hit to all fields. We've seen the first home run she hit this week to opposite field. And, you know, to hit to opposite field is one thing, but to hit to opposite field with power is something entirely different.
Now Phillips takes this next pitch.
Oh.
She was going for it.
She wanted that one, fouled it directly behind her off the backstop. That one might have ended up in Gate City had she connected with it.
Now the 1-2 count. Phillips takes this pitch. Going right into the infield. Great way for Penny to ground that, get it to Massagale. 6-3 put out.
Yeah, great job by Bailey Phillips. Got ahead in the count. Once she got 2 strikes on Ansley Height, she hammered that ball on the inside part of the plate. Not a whole lot Height could do with that one. Grounds out to short for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Now Phillips. First pitch called strike. English committed to swinging on that one. 0-1 count. 1 out on the board. It's Phillips. She'll take this pitch. Another fastball right down there, making her commit to that. 0-2 count.
I've been very impressed with Bailey Phillips thus far. Her second game she's played today. Second game she's pitched today.
Just a pure athlete that just wants to play. You can tell with how she approaches the game. She just wants to play, and she's just always focused, and she's doing whatever she can to help her team win.
Very well said, Deshaun. She's just a true softball player.
And with that, that will add second out of the inning. That will be strikeout number 3 for Bailey Phillips.
Now batting third baseman number 5, Kylie Freegee.
Now Phillips takes this pitch to Freegee. Freegee gets a little bit of contact on that. That will be hit to that back gate. 0-1 count. 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, just got a piece of it. Fouls it off. No balls, 1 strike to Freegee.
Now Phillips takes this next pitch. Hitting the foul territory. Bailey Phillips not getting ahead in the count. 0-2.
Yeah, and this is where she's dangerous. Such a smart pitcher, understanding the count, the situation. No balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't want to give up a hit here to Freegee.
Now Phillips, she'll take this next pitch. A little bit inside. That will miss the zone a little bit, but she trusted that pitch. You can tell kind of the fans in the crowd thought otherwise.
Yeah, that was a screwball running in on the hands of Freegee, just a little too far inside.
And she'll take that next pitch. Freegee gets contact on that. Goes right into left field. That will be corralled. Out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Reinhardt's offense still held at 2 hits right now. Tennessee Wesleyan looking to get their offense going in the bottom of the 4th. We'll find out what happens after this quick break here on Southeast Sports Network.
Switching. Come on.
Courtney Sneed.
Bottom of the 4th inning action. We are seeing a pitching duel right now. Last 2 innings with Ansley Pettit and Bailey Phillips. They have had a 3 up, 3 down type of situation where they have struck out some batters and forced the outfield to force those out. Like we're saying right there.
Yeah,
Quick out.
Great pitch from Pettit. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's a tough play out in center field.
Bailey Phillips.
The ball was tailing away. Taylor Wade doing a good job tracking that one down.
And speaking of pitcher versus pitcher, here's Bailey Phillips up to the bat right now. 0 for 1 on the day. Ansley Pettit right now, 3.5 of innings of work. 4 batters struck out, 31 total pitches. First pitch was called a ball, 1-0 count.
It was a strike.
Phillips took a hack at that one. Couldn't catch up to it. No balls, 2 strikes on Bailey Phillips.
Pettit trying to retire another batter.
Ooh. Laced foul by Phillips.
Keeps that at the 0-2 count.
Caromed off the dugout and bounced all the way out to shortstop.
As now Phillips right to Taylor Wade. Taylor Wade with another put out, F8. 2 outs on the board.
Now batting the third baseman.
Wade getting a workout out in center field.
Baldwin.
Bring up Mackenzie Baldwin to the plate. She's popped out to third base her first time up back in the second inning.
Pettit with that outside pitch. Called for a ball, 1-0 count. Only hit of the day has come from Tatum Massengale. Got her to commit to that. That is a swing and a miss. 1-1 count, 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, that rise ball was in the eyes of Mackenzie Baldwin, and just that's a tough pitch to lay off of. And when you swing at it, you just can't catch up to it.
That ball getting some air on it. Aaron Lee will corral that final out, 3 up, 3 down. We now go into the top of the fifth.
No hits, no errors, none left
We
on
will take a
base.
quick break and see if Reinhardt's offense can get going, drive in some runs here on Southeast Sports Network. Top of the fifth action, Molly Stevens will be leading off 0 for 1 in the day. Last at bat was foul 3 put out. Now Bailey Phillips returns to the circle. First pitch. There's now Bailey Phillips so far in the circle. 4 innings of work, 3 batters struck out. 49 total pitches, 1 batter walked. She'll take this next pitch.
Yeah, Stevens, a half-hearted swing. Does go around. It'll be strike 1 to Stevens. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So now Phillips, she'll look to take this next pitch. Get some contact on that. That will go as a foul ball. 1-2 count.
Yeah, Phillips, like Pettit, both these pitchers, so much movement on their pitches. Hard to square one up. The foul ball makes it 1 ball, 2 strike now to Molly Stevens, a shortstop for Reinhardt.
That pitch a bit high. Goes for another ball, 2-2 count. So Phillips gets the signal. She'll take the pitch. Another foul ball, 2-2 count.
Yeah, that one moving away from Stevens and just gets a piece of it to keep this at-bat alive. 2-2 hitters count.
It's now Phillips with the next pitch. Stevens continue to battle at the plate.
Yeah, great at-bat from Stevens, just extending the at-bat with all these foul balls. We've seen so many times this week that work in the favor of the hitter.
It's now Phillips. Another foul ball. We'll stay at a 2-2. Great way to lead off this inning for Molly Stevens.
7-pitch at-bat. The next pitch from Phillips will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Molly Stevens.
And this time, it pays off going through the 5-6 hole. Lead-off single. She will make her way to first.
8 is great for Molly Stevens, a leadoff single to get things started for Reinhardt here in the top of the 5th inning. A good scenario for Reinhardt. Leadoff runner aboard. Oshaway at the plate.
And that will be popped up in the foul territory. Went for the bunt attempt.
Yeah, that was nearly a disaster for Reinhardt. As you pop out, maybe a chance to turn a double play at first if the runner gets too far away from the base, but hits the backstop, foul ball, new life for Oshaway.
That now will be hitting the foul territory.
In the window.
It finally makes it in.
Hole in one, Shaylin Oshaway. Right in the clown's mouth. My goodness.
No equipment was damaged or taken down.
That was awesome.
Another foul ball.
Yeah. Missed the PTZ camera and the GoPro. Gabe Schrei over at Hunter Wright Stadium doing the baseball games can breathe a sigh of relief.
Listen, Gabe, we can explain. I honestly thought it was coming back.
Lightning almost struck twice.
Oh, this time I was getting out the way. We was all just go out the Matrix style. 0-2 count.
Goes away battling.
Takes the pitch. This time, that is going to drive into center field. Had some great contact. Looked like he could have carried over.
Yeah, that ball was hit on a rope. But right at the center fielder, Taylor Wade squeezes it for out number one.
Now batting the right fielder.
It's actually Courtney Sneed in center field.
Courtney Sneed in center field.
Taylor Wade does play center field, though.
That's right. Right position, wrong team.
It's a great way for Sneed not to panic on that.
No, it was. And so many times you see, outfielders break in on a ball that's hit like that, and it does go over their head. But Sneed with a great read on that one to record the first out.
Another pitch called strike. 0-2 count. Reinhardt with one hit this inning. Stevens is on first.
Yeah, this is a big at-bat here for Reinhardt. Only one out if Young can find her way on. Flips the lineup back to Aaron Lee. Leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle for the Eagles.
Out that little bit on the inside pitch, that would be called for a ball. 1-2 count. That one high this time. Brings to a 2-2.
Good at bat by Young, being patient. Working the count in her favor, seeing some pitches.
You hear the fans contesting. They thought that was a strike.
Yeah, Tennessee Wesleyan. Faithful. Wanting the K on that one.
Full count. Ball heading in the foul territory, keeps it at a full count. Stevens still on first.
Yeah, started this inning with a leadoff single. Nine pitches now in this at bat for Young. Hanging around, not going away easily.
One out on the board. Stevens on first. Phillips looking to take this next pitch. And that will pay off for Bailey Phillips. Strikeout number 4. Out number 2 of the inning.
Yeah, and the momentum in this inning started. It went in the favor of Reinhardt with a leadoff single. Phillips battles her way back, gets a fly ball to center and a strikeout. Now 2 outs in the inning. But she'll face a very tough hitter in the form of Aaron Lee.
That ball a bit high, called for ball, 1-0 count.
Aaron Lee 0 for 2 today. Popped up to the pitcher, grounded out to second base.
Next pitch called strike. Now 1-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Phillips looking to take this next pitch. That will go over. Stevens is going to round second. She's going to make her way to third.
And then so many times this week, we see a great hit by Aaron Lee. Runner goes from first to third. And then Tennessee Wesleyan misses the cutoff man. Aaron Lee sees it and takes second on the throwing miscue by the Bulldogs. So now runners on second and third, 2 outs, and Maddie Wright coming to the plate. Correction, we will have a pinch hitter for Maddie Wright.
It's looking like that will potentially be number 15, Macy Langley. Made an appearance earlier in the circle. We'll get that confirmed in a bit. So it is confirmed Macy Langley will be pinch hitting for Maddie Wright. Macy Langley earlier today, 1 for 3.
And a huge spot for Macy Langley here. A single will score 2. With 2 outs, once again, runners will be moving on contact. You've got Molly Stevens at third, who has great speed, and then Aaron Lee at second. Ooh, if I told you that she had great speed, it would be a vast understatement, because she can absolutely fly.
She can go.
Yeah, just the speed on top of speed. On the bases now for the Reinhardt Eagles. Be up to Langley to deliver.
2 outs on the board. Tennessee Wesleyan hoping to leave 2 runners stranded. If you're Reinhardt, this is a perfect opportunity with Molly Stevens and Aaron Lee both on the base pads.
Yeah, Tennessee Wesleyan escaped a similar situation in the 3rd inning. Had runners on second and third and got out of it, and it appears they will do it again.
That is going to be popped right into short. So Tennessee Wesleyan escapes this inning. Penning corrals that 3rd out of this inning. So now we will head into the bottom of the 5th. Tennessee Wesleyan has an opportunity to try to get some runners on, try to drive in some runs. We'll find out what will happen after this quick break here on Southeast Sports Network. Bottom of the fifth action, Taylor Penning will be leading off. We do have an adjustment in the right field for Reinhardt. That will be number 14, Mallory Lumpkins. That first pitch was called a strike. Pitch will be on the outside. That'll be called for a ball.
For Tennessee Wesleyan in this inning, it'll be Taylor Penning, Tatum Massengale, and Kaylee Bradley due up. Batters 5, 6, and 7 in this Bulldog lineup.
Tennessee Wesleyan right now has been held to just one hit. Ansley Pettit, through 4 innings of work, struck out 4 batters. Has not walked a batter yet, 38 total pitches.
Penning hammers that one foul. Out of play down the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Penning.
So now she'll take this next pitch. Chased after it a little bit, hits in the foul territory.
And with 2 strikes, Penning doing a good job protecting the plate.
It's now Pettit. She'll take this next pitch. Low and outside. That will be called for a ball. 2-2 count.
Yeah, that one's close. I thought that she may have got another backwards K. But great eye by Taylor Penning.
Penning gets contact on it. That flies right into left field, right into the glove of English.
Yeah, once again, this outfield for Reinhardt had the batter played perfectly. Retires Penning, brings up Massengale. She doubled back in the second inning.
Tatum Massengale.
First pitch hitting the foul territory. Massengale, only hit of the day for the team. Now Pettit will take this next pitch. Low outside, call for a ball. One count, 1 out on the board. Pettit takes the next pitch. That is going to be grounded straight to Ojui at first.
3 unassisted. Ojui fields it, steps on first base, retires Massengale. That brings up Bradley. Kaylee Bradley, the second baseman for Tennessee Wesleyan. Flew out to right field back in the second inning.
First pitch called strike, 0-1 count. As this time, that is going to be hit past the infield. Bradley makes her way to first. 2-out single.
That's just a good piece of hitting by Bradley. Caught the ball on the outside part of the plate, took it to opposite field between 2 diving defenders in Ojui and Lee in the 3-4 hole. A 2-out single, like you said, Deshaun, for Bradley.
See what the stopper of play is. Umpire looking to communicate something to the press box.
Now batting the DP, number 18, Avery Hope.
But I reckon we'll play.
I reckon you're right because I didn't see anything up there. That's Avery Hope. I thought we were going to have a pinch hitter, Deshaun. I was trying to find numbers, write it down.
Yeah, I was getting ready. But Avery Hope is up to bat, 0 for 1 for the day.
Big cut, swing and a miss by Hope.
You can tell she was committing to that next swing.
Yeah, she swung at that one like it was her job. She took a hack at it.
She was winding up for it. 1-1 count. Pettit takes the pitch. Another swing and a miss. Bring that to a 1-2 count. 2 outs on the board. Bradley on first. Tennessee Wesleyan with 2 hits so far. She'll take this next pitch. Ansley Pettit, strikeout number 5. She just continues to control Tennessee Wesleyan's offense and slow them down. So now Reinhardt has a chance as we go into the top of the 6th. Can Reinhardt get some hits, drive in some runs? We will find out after this quick break here on Southeast Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning action. Taylor Wade will lead off this inning, 0 for 2 on the day so far. Bailey Phillips returns to the circle, 5 innings of work. 4 batters struck out, 1 batter walked, 75 total pitches.
The center fielder, number 18.
Deshaun, you mentioned it earlier in this game. A good old-fashioned pitching duel broke out, and just a phenomenal performance from Bailey Phillips in the circle now for Tennessee Wesleyan, and Ansley Pettit for Reinhardt. Whoa, what a put out by Phillips.
Line straight in that glove of Bailey Phillips.
Have mercy. Right back at her, backhands it for the first out.
One out on the board.
The designated player, number 10, Ansley Height.
Ansley Height, 1 for 2 on the day.
That one was her pitch. She just couldn't catch up to it, fouls it off. But
so now Phillips looking to take this next pitch. This one hitting the foul territory.
now Phillips way ahead on Ansley Height. No balls, 2 strikes.
Outside pitch called for a ball. 1-1 count. 1-2 count.
Sort of a pitch there designed to get Height to chase. And such a disciplined hitter like her, she's not going to offer it that one. Want something more around the zone. Like that one.
Exactly.
That
That's
may go.
carrying. Great way. That's a great play. Adam Anouk just as it carries, she carries with the ball. Hits the fence a little bit.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that almost similar to the home run that Height hit earlier in the week. And she just launches that one into the atmosphere, but it stays in the park to be caught for out number 2.
It's a definition of showing that you really want to be here and you want to win.
English tries to bunt her way on, fielded by Phillips, tossed over to first to retire the side.
No errors, none left on base.
3 up, 3 down. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Tennessee Wesleyan now look to see if they can get some hits and drive in some runs. Here we come.
Adam Anouk.
We are here for the 2025 Appalachian Athletics Softball Championships here in Kingsport, Tennessee. Deshaun Bullock here with Jeff Campbell. We are here at the bottom of the 6th. This game is rolling with the pitching duel. Ansley Pettit, Bailey Phillips, both making it happen in the circle. So far, Ansley Pettit, 5 innings of work, 5 batters struck out, 53 total pitches. Grounds crew prepared. Sun is out, but they are always prepared to work.
Yeah, they're anxious to get this one over. And you're right, Deshaun, just a fast-paced game. And unless I'm mistaken, the first game this week where we went to the 6th inning, scoreless.
I reckon you are correct. That goes into foul territory, 0-1 count.
Necessary gym space. Yeah, you do. I've heard that excuse since I was a player.
As Pettit
That's what everybody says.
looking to strike out Adam Manouk again. She has struck her out already today. Adam Manouk swung on that last strikeout. This time goes for the bunt again. Pettit now ahead in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, both these pitchers today, Ansley Pettit, Bailey Phillips, have done a great job getting ahead in counts, getting leadoff outs, and just really being problematic for the hitters in this softball game. And it's really been fun to watch.
It absolutely has. I mean, I say as a softball fan, if you love softball, you love great pitching, and you love – I mean, I love great hitting. What I saw this morning,
Oh, yeah,
the CIU and Reinhardt game, I love that. I was a fan of that too. But I also love great pitching. I love games like this. As that is going to go right past into the middle, Adam Manouk will get that hit. Leadoff single.
Leadoff single, Carlin Adamanouk just put it right over the head of Pettit. It rolled and hit second base. And that's the beauty of this game. You don't have to put a whole lot on it. You've got the little dink and dunk hits, and it's a hit nonetheless for Carlin Adamanouk. She's on first, nobody out. Top of the lineup up in Macy Chastain.
That pitch goes down for a ball, 1-0 count. And what I really liked is for Pettit, she was a few more inches. If she jumps in the air a little higher, she could have gotten that out. Very close. That's going to roll down that third base line. Sacrifices. Moves over Adam Manouk to second.
Yeah, sack bunt by Chastain. The Tennessee Wesleyan dugout comes to life. If somehow they can manufacture a run, we're in the bottom of the 6th, Deshaun, they would just be 3 outs away, but still a lot of softball left to be played. 0-0.
Absolutely, absolutely. First pitch outside, called for a ball, 1-0 count.
Courtney Sneed to the plate, struck out in the first, flew out to center in the 4th. Her 3rd time facing Pettit today.
Got some contact on that, but that's going to go down in the foul territory. 1-1 count.
Yeah, if somehow Sneed can find her way on base, then the advantage cranks up even more for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Oh, 11 walks. Are you kidding me?
Last pitch called a strike.
Give Maddie Wright a lot of credit for that one, the catcher for Reinhardt. Good job framing that one up. Looked to be just a smidge outside, nonetheless called strike.
This time, that's going to find a great diving catch in the left field. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I was about to say, that's going to drop in that left center.
What a snag in left field by Maggie English. Have mercy, what a catch.
The pitcher, number 35, Bailey.
Absolutely robbed Courtney Sneed of a hit and likely robbed Tennessee Wesleyan of a run.
Absolutely. You can tell Adam Manouk was about to round third. That's going to be hitting the foul territory. 0-1 count.
English got up celebrating that catch, and, man, that's well-deserved. I don't blame her at all.
Oh, no, you got to document that. That is going to be wrote right to Taylor Wade. That falls out of the glove. Adam Manouk makes her way home. First run. Tennessee Wesleyan enters the scoring column.
Yeah, Wade out in center. Another diving attempt. She just couldn't squeeze it. Falls out of her glove. Puts Phillips on first. Drives in the first run of the game. And the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs lead this one 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now you have a pinch runner coming on first. Be number 27, Allie Richards, sophomore outfitter from Maryville, Tennessee.
It's going to bring Mackenzie Baldwin to the plate. Popped out to third, popped out to short, her first 2 plate appearances today.
Now 2 outs on the board. Richards on first. First pitch called strike.
Once again, Deshaun, we've seen this is the 3rd time through the lineup for Tennessee Wesleyan that they've seen Pettit. Started to hit the ball with a little more pace, a little more purpose.
That outside pitch a bit high. That would be called for a ball. 1-1 count. It's a 1-1 count, 2 outs. That's smoked into foul territory. Great contact on the ball. 1-2 count.
Yeah, yanked that one foul. Hit it a ton down the left field line. The runner goes.
She's going to be safe.
So now another runner in scoring position for Tennessee Wesleyan. 2 outs. And now Deshaun.
Oof.
For another runner in scoring position. Can Baldwin deliver?
Full count.
Fouled off, staying alive.
Hitting the foul territory. At last we go again.
Just a fantastic softball game.
And that is going to be popped up. We'll see if Aaron Lee will corral that final out. Popped up to second. So now we go into next inning, top of the 7th. Reinhardt looking to see if they can string along some hits, drive in some runs. And we will find out here after this quick break on Southeast Sports Network. Top of the 7th action. We have a lot in store, potentially, because it looks like we're going to see the teams.
They're putting everyone in the dugout. May be some weather in the area.
Well, with that, we are going to be in a lightning delay, which means that action will be upheld for a tad.
Yeah, at least 30 minutes and moving to the 7th inning. And I just, you know, if you're Tennessee Wesleyan, you're 3 outs away from winning this softball game. 1-run lead. And so now in the delay, you know, you have to see how this plays out because Bailey Phillips pitching a gem for Tennessee Wesleyan, already threw one game today, and she'll have a little bit of a delay here to stay loose and think about how they're going to get these 3 outs. And Reinhardt, on the flip side, just 3 outs away from their season being over. We saw them last night, in a similar situation, come back and tie the game up. So
All players.
So,
go to their
when we
respective
come back,
places.
season is on the line. The anticipation will be held up for a little bit, but we will see what will happen. We are going to take us a quick break. Stay with us. After this delay, we'll give some more updates when we come back here with Southeast Sports Network.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime.
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
We are champions of the character.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to like experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
And as you can see, both teams have returned to the field, which means Bailey Phillips is back in the circle. We had a small delay. That delay honestly, it didn't feel as long.
No, yesterday's lightning delay a whole lot longer than this one. About a 30-minute break for these two teams, and lightning detected in the area. And once again, the folks here at the AAC conference taking player and fan safety to the utmost level and making sure everyone stays safe.
And if you have stayed on this stream with us, we appreciate you, and we are happy to have you back with us.
Yeah, it's been a dandy softball game. Just a quick recap. Tennessee Wesleyan scores 1 run in the bottom of the 6th inning. And they have a 1-run lead, 1-0. Reinhardt coming to bat in the top of the 7th. Tennessee Wesleyan just 3 outs away from eliminating the number 1 seed Reinhardt and moving on to tomorrow.
Season is on the line. Here we go. Freezy will lead off. And with that's going through the left field line.
First pitch swinging for Kylie Freezy. Laced down the third base line. Puts her at first. Nobody out. Molly Stevens up next.
If not mistaken, we should have a pinch runner who should be making her way in.
Indeed, a pinch runner on the way.
Jolie Splendor.
Number 00. Jolie Splendor coming on to run for Freezy.
It's a great leadoff single.
Yeah, it was. And great job by the left fielder, Macy Chastain, tracking that one down in left field, holding Freezy to just a single.
Now she'll take this pitch inside for a ball.
Molly Stevens 1 for 2 today. Had a single back in the 5th inning. Reinhardt primed and ready to get a rally started. 1 on, nobody out.
Second pitch called for a ball, 2-0 count. It's like this delay just intensified the energy even more at Brickyard Park.
Yeah, good crowd on hand, nobody moving, everybody stayed put. On hand to watch this game come to a fantastic finish.
Last pitch was called a strike. So now 2-1 count, Bailey Phillips. Looking to take this next pitch. She has pitched 6 innings, struck out 4 batters. Another called strike, 2-2 count.
2 great back-to-back pitches from Phillips.
Looking at the dugout, they've been just so hyped up over there. That pitch on the outside, called for a ball. Full count.
It was a cool moment when both these teams made their way back to their respective dugouts. A lot of fans cheering for them on the way.
Next pitch. That is going to be, that's going to drop. Splendor makes her way to second, and she is out.
Very heady play from Tennessee Wesleyan. The ball, Splendor sort of put in a bind right there. She was unsure if the ball was going to be caught. Drops into right field for a single. And the right fielder, Adamanuk, picks it up, throws it to second to retire Splendor for the first out.
It's a great throw to second.
But Stevens still aboard with the now a 1-out single. And Shallon Oshaway coming to the plate for Reinhardt.
Oh, 1 count, that was hit into foul territory. So now she'll take this next pitch. That is going to be hit into foul territory. 0-2 getting ahead in the count, Bailey Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips, such a great pitcher, and when she's ahead in the count, she's even more dangerous.
So now getting contact on that. That is going to be roped into center field. Sneed will corral that second out.
And that is a big out for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Do you feel the electricity?
Now batting, right fielder number 14, Mallory Lumpkins.
We'll bring Mallory Lumpkins to the plate.
Mallory Lumpkins to the plate. Stevens on first. That pitch called for a ball. 1-0 count.
Correction, I think it's Ashley Young. No, yeah, coming to the plate.
Oh, no, that is Lumpkins.
Oh, it is Lumpkins.
Yeah, Lumpkins stayed in.
That's right.
She had got moved to the right field.
Lumpkins, big spot for her with 2 outs.
This time she gets her to swing. 1-1 count.
Reinhardt down to their last out. Season on the line for the Eagles.
No, they still have a bid. So
no, that's correct. And the tournament's still on the line.
Tournament-wise, it changes a bit. But brings it to a 1-2 count. But this does change a bit on what tomorrow looks like.
Yeah, big time.
And Tennessee Wesleyan, as that is going to be hit into center field. Tennessee Wesleyan has just brought the energy. Look at them. Your number 1 seed has now been eliminated from this tournament. So now the highest seed left in this tournament is Johnson.
Yeah, just a great day of softball. And, man, what a game for Bailey Phillips in the circle. 2 complete games on the day, 2 wins for her Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, and they will move on till tomorrow.
So tomorrow, Bernal and Tennessee Wesleyan, we have a rematch tomorrow morning.
Another rematch, and high drama tomorrow, championship Friday. We will hand out a trophy here in the AAC Conference Tournament.
Winner of that game will meet Johnson at 1 o'clock. We will just take me through. We had a 1-0 game. That is a beautiful, just beautiful game we had. Pitch and duel. Bailey Phillips.
Yeah, you called it, Deshaun. Just a fantastic game. 2 great pitchers, Bailey Phillips and Ansley Pettit, dueling it out. And Bailey Phillips and Tennessee Wesleyan squeaks away with a 1-0 victory over Reinhardt.
And honestly, looking at the numbers really quick, Bailey Phillips, another complete game, 4 batters struck out, and don't want to take away from Reinhardt. Aaron Lee 1 for 3, Ansley Height 1 for 3, Kylie Freege 1 for 3, Molly Stevens 1 for 3, and then you look in that circle for Reinhardt. Honestly, Ansley Pettit, 6 innings, only 1 run given up, and she struck out a good amount of batters.
Yeah, she did. And, go back even a little bit further to the 3rd and the 5th inning. Bailey Phillips escaped 2 jams. I mean, that's the only way to describe it. She had runners. Reinhardt had runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Just couldn't get the big hit. Phillips escaped trouble, and, that's honestly a big difference in this ball game. Phillips' ability to get out of those jams and continue working her magic in the circle for Tennessee Wesleyan.
In Brickyard Park, we're going to see a new conference tournament champion tomorrow. That is what will be different in Brickyard Park and Kingsport. You will not see Reinhardt tomorrow, but you will see a new conference tournament champion. This could be super great tomorrow.
Oh, it will be. And Reinhardt, all the success that they've had in the conference and in this conference tournament the last 2 seasons, now the teams that still have a chance, they're all going to want it even more.
Absolutely.
They're going to be vying to bring home the trophy and be a huge, addition to a trophy case.
And the last look at the night skies at 7:30 hour we have hit in Kingsport, Tennessee. Deshaun Bullock with Jeff Campbell. Closing thoughts.
Just a great week of softball, a great day of softball, and we've really seen everything. We've seen, hits, we've seen runs, we've seen now a great pitching duel, and it's just been an honor to be here and work with you, Deshaun, and be able to bring all of our viewers, what I feel is high quality softball, and you'll get that in the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
And we will see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock sharp. Tomorrow, we crown a champion.